Hi food friends, it's Kevin and
Marianne.
Hey, how are you? And we are at it in the kitchen tonight. And here's what we're making. We're making peanut butter chocolate chip blondies. So come on over here, sis. Here's what we're starting with. This is 2.5 cups of just all-purpose flour. Okay? And we need to add to that a couple of things. We're going to put in a 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So this is our leavener, right?
Right.
And then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is just sort of blend all that together, just so it's good and mixed. Here. Okay, that's good. We're going to put that on the side. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cream our fat and our sugar together. So this is like how you start with a lot of cakes. We got 1 stick or 1/2 cup butter or margarine, whatever you want to use, and a cup of brown sugar. This is just regular light brown sugar. Again, we always measure our brown sugar packed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get that kind of creamed up. There, maybe you can kind of get a shot of what's happening here. So we're going to get this combined. Leave you butter, or if you're using margarine, doesn't take as long, but we want to bring it to room temperature. And just so that it's easier to cream. So you see it's coming together with the brown sugar, and then we'll start to kind of fluff it out a little bit. Take the speed up. Okay, we got that good and combined. Okay, now we're going to come back because we still got to put our eggs and peanut butter and other ingredients in there. So we're making peanut butter chocolate chip blondies right here, Cavalcade of Food. Okay, so we've got our brown sugar and our butter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a cup of peanut butter. And this is smooth. And I guess you could use chunky if you wanted to, but I always use smooth or creamy. So we're going to get that in the mix as well. I don't know if you can get a shot there, Mira. So that's our peanut butter, brown sugar. We want to, kind of keep our bowl scraped down here. Now, okay, so we've got that combined. Now we're going to add our eggs. We got 2 of them over here. Room temperature, right? So when we use eggs for a lot of things, and particularly in baking, we like to have our eggs at room temperature. And these are large. So we've got 2 large eggs we're going to put in there. Okay. There's our eggs. Get those going. Let me wash my hands real quick. Now this recipe also calls for corn syrup, 2/3 of a cup. And really I think you could use either light or dark corn syrup, so if you have a preference or whatever you might have on hand, you can use. We've got light corn syrup, so that's what we're using. These are the handiest little measuring gizmos, I'll tell you. Especially for things like peanut butter and honey and corn syrup and shortening and things that would be hard to get into a regular and out of, especially a regular measuring cup. Looks like we're just going to make it here. So we're going to put in 2/3 of this light corn syrup. Beautiful. Just right. I love when that happens. Okay, so in that goes. And what's nice about this kind of a measuring cup is you can push it all out. And then we also want to put a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm going to put in my vanilla. We're going to get all this stuff combined. 1 teaspoon. And then we'll come on back and then we'll put our dry ingredients and our wet batter together. Okay, be right back. Here is our batter with all the wet ingredients. Now we've got our flour, salt, and baking soda mixture. Remember from before.
Baking powder.
Thank you, baking powder. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly incorporate that into our wet batter here, a little at a time. So we're just going to keep putting it in. So I'm just going to continue adding this. I've got the beater at a low speed. If you had it at a high speed, I'd have a little flour facial. So we're going to just keep on beating this in until it's all combined, and then we'll get our chocolate chips and get it in the pan, okay? Okay, so here now is our complete batter. And boy, it has a wonderful, can you smell the peanut butter? It's really peanutty. So you want a 12-ounce bag of chocolate chips. You can use milk chocolate, semi-sweet, or I got a hold of these new 60% dark chocolate chips. And so I thought that would be something different. We love dark chocolate. They say it's better for you, but who knows. In any event, this we're going to put in by hand. Just sort of fold those chips in to the batter. Get them evenly distributed. We've preheated the Westinghouse to 350 degrees. I've got a 9x13 pan here, lightly greased with some nonstick spray. And we're going to take our batter and we're going to get it in there. So just with your spatula, you could also use your fingers too, maybe, if they were greased, so the batter wouldn't stick to it. Let's just press this down. In the pan here, somewhat evenly. That's the great thing about homemade stuff. It's never perfect, like things that come out of a factory that are made by machines. So, there we go. I think that's good. Alright, so now we're going to put it in our 350 degree oven for, what was it?
I think 35 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's right, 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, so here we go. We will set our timer. We'll set our timer for about 37 minutes. Let's split the difference and then we'll check and see how it's doing. Okay, we went 35 minutes and we are going to take out our Blondies. And they're nice and golden brown.
That looks like a big chocolate chip cookie.
Doesn't it? Oh my God, it looks wonderful. Smells really nice, peanut buttery taste, smell, aroma. So this will probably go down a little bit as it cools, but you want this to cool completely. And then go ahead and cut it into nice squares and serve it with a big old glass of cold milk, and everyone will love it. So, peanut butter, chocolate chip brownies.
Blondies.
Thank you, Blondies. Thanks for watching this one. We'll see you next time. Bye.